Okay. So, homework 5. If you find your homework 5, is also still in chapter 2. So it says students at a major university in Southern California are complaining about a serious housing crunch. Many of the university students it should say, have to commute too far to school because there is not enough housing near campus. The university's official response is to perform a study. The study reported in the school newspaper contains the following histogram summarizing the commute distances for a sample of 100 students. They were really nice and used 100 because it's easier to calculate my percent that way. We want to figure out, based on the histogram, find the proportion of commute distances in the sample that are less than 8 miles. So if I'm doing less than 8 miles, what I'm really going to do when it tells me to find the proportion is I'm really finding the percent as a decimal instead of putting the percent sign in there. Well, if I'm doing less than 8, I'm going to do those two numbers together, right? 25 plus 27 would give me 52, right? 52 out of 100 is what is a decimal? 0.52, right? That's why I said they were nice, they did it out of 100. If it would have been out of 150, I would have probably had to do some dividing. So, write your answer as a decimal. Do not round your answers on these ones. So just reading your histogram and then figuring out your percent as a decimal answer. So, the moon illusion refers, roughly speaking, to the common experience that the moon appears larger and closer to us when it is near the horizon than when it is at its zenith. Wishing to investigate the causes of the illusion, which are still debated, we have designed an experiment in which the participants must adjust the diameter of various circular lights placed at eye level to match the diameter of a fixed circular light placed well above the eye level. And they have a thing where they looked all this stuff up. We have tested 25 participants and recorded it for each participant. And so, based on the histogram, find the proportion of adjustable fixed ratios in the sample that are less than 0.80. Write your answer as a decimal, do not round. So, less than 0.80, I'm going to have all of these, right? Now I could add all of those up if I wanted to, but the shortcut would be, I know my total is 25. If I only have 2 that are greater than that, how many do I have that are less than that? 23, right? There's a total of 25. 2 are in this section. That means this must add up to 23. I have 23 out of 25 in that section there. If I have 23 out of 25, I now need to change that to a decimal. So I'm going to divide that one out with my calculator, and I get what? 0.92. 92%, or 0.92 since they want it as a decimal, are less than 0.8, right? So number 3. Number 3, we still have our moon illusion problem. They just wrote the table a little bit different. This time, notice they wrote the percentages above them instead of the total number. So instead of having to find the percent, all we're really going to end up doing is adding. We want to find the proportion of ratios in the sample that are greater than or equal to 2.2. So in other words, I want all of these. Again, I could add all of those decimal numbers up, or 100% is what number? 100% is 1 as a decimal, right? I could just take 1 and subtract this 1 from it, because all of them should add up to 1. 100% is 1. If I take 1 and I subtract the 0.8, I should get the same answer as if I add all those together. So if I either add all those together or take 1 minus 0.08, I would get 0.92 again. It was the same answer because it was the same problem, just a different way of writing the table. So on some of the tables, they're going to have the percentages already marked. Either you can add them up, or if it's quicker, you can take 1 minus what's not in my group and get my answer that way. Now we are going to do a stem and leaf plot. We are going to interpret my stem and leaf plot. So here's what the key means. As part of a survey, 15 adults were asked, how many hours did you spend at your job last week? The 2 is for your tens place, so 2/9 means 29. One person had 29 hours, then we had a 30, another 30, another 30, 36, 36, 38, 39, and so forth. What was the highest number of hours worked overall? So looking at that, what's my highest number of hours? 58. That's the one I'm doing. What was the highest number of hours worked in the 40s? 49 would be the highest in the 40s. How many responses fell in the 30? How many are in the 30s? 7 of them, exactly. Number 5 then. Managers of a sports arena parking garage keep track of the duration of time customers park their cars there. Here's my stem and leaf plot. Again, now if I have to look at the key here, 15/5 means 155 minutes on this one. So, what was the shortest parking durations in the 180s? 183. Right there would be our 183. What was the longest parking duration overall? 196, exactly. How many customers had parking durations in the 150s? Just one. 155 is the only one I have. Okay? Number 6 then, my stem and leaf display gives the test scores for 19 students. Again, 6/1 means I got a 61 on my test. So what was the lowest score in the 70s? 70 is my lowest test score in the 70s. What was the lowest test score overall? 61. And how many students scored in the 80s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Those are easy enough, hopefully. Mean, median, and mode. Computations. Mean. The mean is the average of something. When I find the mean of something, I add up all my numbers and divide by how many numbers are on the list. Just like when you find the average. Median. The median is the middle number. If I have an even number on my list, I have 2 middle numbers, I then have to average those out. We'll figure that out in a minute. Mode. The mode is the one that occurs the most. If they all occur the same number of times, you have no mode. So mean is your average, median is the middle, mode is the most. So, what is the mean of this data set? If I'm going to find the mean of this data set, I have to add all these values. 11 plus 18 plus 34 plus negative 1 plus 37 plus 17 plus 17 plus 11 plus 4. Add them all up. Did I write down my number? What did you get for your total?
247.
247. That is not what I got for my number. Am I doing the right one? 148? That's what I got. I got 148 when I added them up. 148 is what you should get for your total. Now I have to divide that by how many values are on my list. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 values on my list. So 148 divided by 9 gives me 16.447. You got what when you divided that? 16.444? I don't know what I heard. It says if your answer is not an integer, a whole number, round your answer to at least 1 decimal place. Means you can have more than that, but the minimum you should have is 1 place. So 16.4 would be the minimum. If you use 16.44, that would be okay. Median. If I'm going to do the median, again, I have to find the middle values, which means I have to sort it in order. Now, there's not a lot of numbers here. It might be quicker for us to sort it just by hand instead of typing it into the calculator. Negative 1 looks like it goes first. Then I have a 4. And then my next number looks like it's going to be 11. And then I got another 11. And then 17s look like they're next. Got 2 of those. I got an 18. I've got a 34 and a 37. If you wanted to put it in your calculator and sort it, you could. But we want them in order. So the median is the middle. If I have 9 numbers, the middle one would be which value? The 17, right? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's my middle one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's my middle one. The 17 is my median, my middle number. 17. The mode. It wants to know how many modes do you have, and if you have 1 mode, what is your number? If you have 2 modes, what are your numbers? Which ones occur the most? On this list, I have 2 11s and 2 17s. Everything else just occurs once, right? So this one has 2 modes. My 2 modes are the numbers 11 and 17. Those ones occur the most on my list. That makes sense? All right. So, number 8. Good thing they're giving a short list this time instead of big, giant, long ones. Median, or yeah, I'm gonna do median first. They switched them around on me to see if I was reading. I'm gonna do the median first. If I'm gonna do the median first, I want to put them in order. So my smallest number there is 35. Next I have a 39, and then I have another 39, and then I have a 49, and a 71, and an 82, and a 90. I've got them all sorted so they're in order. So my median, my middle number is what number?
49.
The 49. I got 3 on each side of the 49, so the 49's in the middle. My mean, if I'm going to find my mean, I got to add up all my values and then divide them by 7, since there's 7 numbers on my list. So add up all your numbers for me. You got 4 what? 40. Well, if you got a weird number, then I probably didn't add very well. Oh, that's after you divided.
Yeah.
You had 405, I think, when you added
Yeah.
them all up first and divided by 7. That's the right number. You got 57.857 something or other, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we want to round that off to at least 1 decimal place. So what would be a possible answer?
57.9.
57.9, exactly. 57.9 would be a good answer. All right, mode. What values occur the most on my list? Do I have more than one mode? No, it looks like I just have one mode, right? 39 occurs twice, everything else only occurs once. So the 39 is my only mode. I have one mode, it's a 39. All right, number 9. We are going to do the mean first. So on number 9, we are going to add them all up and divide by how many of our numbers are on my list? 10 in this case. And so, to at least 1 decimal place, what are you getting for the mean? There's 10 of them. So it's right up there. What? I think you better add those again. Either that or I added wrong. One of the two. What did you get when you added all your numbers together? You got 505? I must have added wrong then. I could have very well added wrong. So, 50.5 should have been your answer. I better fix that on the paper. All right, now we need to sort them in order. So I have, looks like a 5 first, and then I've got a 14, and then we've got 35, and then our next one would be the 45, and then we have a 50 and a 52, and then we have 61 and 62, and then we have 84 and 97. If we have an even number of values on our list, we don't have one specific one. So what we do is find the 2 middle ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are going to find the average of those 2 values. Well, halfway between 50 and 52 is going to be 51. If you're not sure, add them together and divide by 2. Average the 2 middle numbers if I have an even number of values on my list. And for my mode, what number occurs the most? None of them, so it has no mode, right? They all occur once. 0 modes is what I'm going to say we have. Or no mode, some books say. All right. So, using back-to-back stem and leaves. So, this goes from the middle outwards. For my offers, I have a 33 and a 37 offer. For my no offer, 32, 32, 70, or 37 and 38. So you go from the middle outwards. So, what were the ranges of typing speeds for the two groups? For my offer, the minimum value is what's my lowest value for my offer? 33. My maximum value is 69. Now really when I find the range, I'm going to take my biggest one minus my smallest one. And so if I take 69 minus 33, the range is 36, right? No offer. So for my no offer, since I have to do the biggest one first, I'm going to start there. What is my highest no offer? 68. I'm going to subtract the lowest one, which is 32. And 68 minus 32, hey, gave me the same answer. That won't always happen. 36. All right. Which group had the higher median typing speed? So median is the middle one. I want to figure out which one has the highest middle one. So if there are 18 who received a job offer, the middle would be somewhere around number, half of 18 is 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to be somewhere around 53, right? The other one has 19. Half of 19 would be 9.5. So we're going to be somewhere around there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I'm going somewhere around 47 or 48, right? Which one has the higher one? The offer had the higher one, right? 53 would be higher than 47. So, which one had the higher median one? The offer group had the higher one. So if I'm looking for the median, I'm looking for the middle, split it in half and count that many up. Which group had more typing speeds in the 60s? Well, this one has 4 in the 60s and that one only has 2 in the 60s, right? So which one has more in the 60s? The offer had more in the 60s. So on number 11, again, we want to find the ranges of the times or the wait times for the two restaurants. So if I'm looking at the first restaurant, my highest wait time would have been
5 minutes? Oh no.
my highest wait time,
49?
49 minutes. And then I'll subtract. My lowest wait time, you were right, was 5, right? 0, 5, 5 minutes. What is the range between 49 and 5? 44 minutes, right? So the range between my wait times, 44 minutes. Second restaurant, my highest wait time is
45.
45. My lowest wait time is 7. So if I take 45 minus 7, I get 38 for my range. All right, which restaurant had the greater median wait time? So again, the median is the middle. We had 18 wait times for my first restaurant, so somewhere around number 9. Which one is around number 9? 24. On the other side, 21. Half of 21 would be 10 and a half, right? So which number would be somewhere about 10 or 11?
5 or 6 or 25.
So 25 or 26, which one's higher? Well, the 25 or 26 is going to be higher, right? Second restaurant's going to be higher. Which restaurant had more wait times from 20 to 29?
First.
Count those again. It's a trick question. How many do you have here? You've got 6 of them, right?
Yeah.
How many do you have on this side?
They're the same.
You have 6. They're the same. Each had the same. Each had 6. Again, we're looking for the ranges of our wait time. So, first restaurant, my highest wait time was 38. My lowest wait time was 9. 38 minus 9 is 29, right? Second restaurant, my highest wait time was 47. My lowest one is 6. So my range is 41. Which restaurant has the greater median again? So on the first one, I have 16 wait times. My median's going to be about number 8, right? So which value is number 8 on my list? About how many minutes? 27. The second one we had 23. Half of 23 would be 11.5. So between 11 and 12. $27 or 28. In this case, I would average them, since my numbers are close, 28 or 27 and a half. Which one's higher? Well, the second one is going to be higher. And which restaurant had more wait times from 40 to 49 minutes? 40 to 49 minutes. Which one has more? The second one. The first one doesn't have any. The second one has 3, right? Thought I heard a beep. Trying to think of that. Cumulative distribution, and it looks like ogive, but it's ogive is how that's pronounced. Ogive, yep. So, these ones we're doing a cumulative frequency, so we're adding up the frequencies. So when we start here at 36, the 36 is just going to go to 14 because that's my first number. Now the problem is 14. Oh, I got to do percents. Are these out of 100? Yeah. These are out of 100. So 14 out of 100 would be 0.14, right? I think they made them nice and put them out of 100. Now you'll notice that there isn't exactly a 0.14. What you're going to have to do is type that into the box and then click on this, and it's going to make a little mark for exactly where 0.14 is. So type it into the box, click on the little horizontal dotted line, and it'll tell you where 0.14 is. I'm going to estimate it's not to 0.2, somewhere below that. But the computer will tell you exactly where to put that line. Now we're doing a cumulative frequency, so now we're going to do the 14 plus the 28. 14 plus 28 would give me a total of 42, right? 42 out of 100, which is 42%, 0.42. So again, over here in this little box, we're going to type in the 0.42. It's going to tell you exactly where that is. It's just going to be a little bit above the 0.4 anyway. So I'm going to say it's about right there. 0.42. Again, we're doing a cumulative, so now we're going to add the 21. We had 42 plus the 21, that gives me 63. Since it's out of 100, we know that's 0.63. And again, you'd have to type it over in the box. 0.63 would be a little bit higher than the 0.6. I got it a little high, but somewhere above there. Then we're going to add the 16. So we're going to take our 63 plus our 16, which is 79. 79%, 0.79. So that one's not going to be quite up to the 0.8. Pretty close though. Then we are going to add 12 to that. 79 plus 12 gives me 91. So 91 would be a little more than half, but not very much more than half. Whoops, where did I put my dots? I'm losing my spot. That one's there, that one's there, that one's there. 14, 42, 63, 79, 91. Almost got it there. Why does that look like there's... Oh, never mind. I'm a 1 space off on all of mine. That's why it doesn't look like it's coming out right. This is my starting point. It's at 0. There's nothing at 36. That's why it was a space off. The first one's always going to be at 0. Now I'm going to do my 14, my 42, my 63, my 91, I forgot my 79 in there. 79, 91, and then my last one should add up to 100 because I have everything. 91 plus 9 should be 100, which is at 1. So, first one should be at 0, then I should just add up my cumulative one, and again, those are all going to be connected with little lines as you go and end up at the top, but you won't have to draw the lines. So cumulative frequency, I'm just adding all of them up. And, yep, just lay it there. I'll put it back on the charger. So number 14, again, they're nice and made these out of 100, so our percents are easier to do. So, first one's going to start at 0. The second one we're going to have 0.25. So 0.2. Now they made it a number. They didn't make it a percent. They just made it the number. We don't even have to make it a decimal. We're just going to use 25. Notice they use numbers instead of percents along the side. They switched it on me. Again, the 25's not there, so they're going to have you put the 25 in there and make the little line so you know where to go. 25 is going to be about a fourth of the way up from my line. Then I'm going to do 25 plus 26. So 25 plus 26 is going to be 51. So the next one should go up to 51, which will be about halfway between the 40 and the 60. Then I'm going to add 19 to my 51, which would give me 70. 70 should be, nope, 70 is not even marked on there. 70 would be halfway between my 60 and my 80. And then I'm going to add 13 to that. 83. So 83, going to be not too much higher than my 80. Then I'm going to add 12 to that, which would be 95. 95 is going to be pretty close to the top, but not on the line yet. My pen wants to draw on the line. And then last, 95 plus 5, going to give us the 100, which should be right on that top line, and it should always end up there. And again, those are going to be hooked together. If I could draw, look something like that. And we'll do number 15 quick here and save the technology, which is doing this on Excel probably. So again, here we're back to percents. These ones are back to our decimals along the side. First one we always know is going to be at 0. I'm going to mark that right away. So, first one's going to be at 14%, so 0.14. About halfway up there. The next one, 14 plus 28 would give me 42, so 0.42. Just a little bit above my 0.4 then. The next one, we're going to add the 21, so I would get 63, so 0.63. So a little bit above the 6. The next one, we're going to add the 15, so we're going to get 78. 78 wouldn't be quite up to the 0.8, but close. The next one, we're going to add 12, so we're going to have 90. 90 is going to be halfway between our 0.8 and our 1. And then the last one, we're going to get 100, so it's going to be right on the 1. All right. She's tired now. We'll save the technology to draw these cute little charts for the beginning of class next time. We just have one.